Welcome friends back to Farming Simulator 22 in my Let's Play. This is episode 4, and if you remember from the last episode, we finished off our first harvest and made roughly $55,000. You'll see from the corner I only have a little over 19,000. That being because we spent 23 grand on a plow to connect to my truck, which is currently being operated by an AI worker plowing the field. Then I noticed a bunch of fertilizing contracts, so I was able to borrow equipment from a farmer to work those, but the fertilizer cost me money. And then, as you can see in front of me, I have this massive field of oat that needs to be harvested. Now, I checked with the header that the farmer originally had let us borrow, and it only allowed me to do 6 miles per hour. So I decided with the extra money that I had that I would go ahead and rent essentially the same header, but this is a mod header that will allow me to basically harvest as fast as this harvester will drive. With that being said, we are going to start getting this harvest on its way, because this is a very large field and I have to bring in roughly 500,000 liters before I will make any kind of a profit off this field. If you're not familiar with Farming Simulator 22 or any farming simulator game in general, you will notice that my money is constantly going down in the upper right hand corner. That is because I have 2 AI workers employed. But at the same time, they are making me money because they are working. And as I go here, this is one of my AI workers, and it is stopped because it has an empty fertilizer tank. So what I need to do is find out what the cost of manure is and refill this tank. So we go here, and if we can find the manure, there's not even a selling point for it. Okay, well, let's go here. And let's see what we can find. So I can't even find where I could get manure, which is going to hurt me now, because now I have to spend even more money to rent a fertilizer spreader. And what is the lease cost on this? $3,300. Yes, I'm going to lease it. So now I could be running the harvester, but now I have to run back to the dealer, which is down here, to pick up the new trailer and hopefully be able to get my fertilizer into the new trailer simply by driving next to it. Otherwise, I am going to have to rent some kind of a forklift in order to get the fertilizer into the trailer. I mean, in some ways it helps, because at the moment I only have one AI worker running. So my money doesn't go down quite so fast. And that AI worker has the field almost half completed already, which I think will bring us in about another 19,000. But just the fact that I have to spend the extra money to rent a fertilizer that I can use to use the fertilizer that I have is not good. But on a positive note for this, I do have multiple fertilizing contracts, so I will be making my money back on the equipment that I have spent money on, if that makes sense to you. So we're going to pull in here. We're going to drop this trailer. And this one is at least allowing us to fill from the fertilizer bags without having to rent a forklift. Alright, so let's go to our map and we're going to zoom out. And let's scroll down here to our contracts. The one I believe it's D. Yes. So field 12 is the one I have the fertilizing equipment borrowed on. We have contracts for fertilizing on 2, 3, 17, 21. So let's find out which one's the closest. 2, 3, 17, or 21 from our location. 2 and 3 are right next to each other up there. 17's over there. So we're going to go up to field 2 and start fertilizing. And we'll be able to see how the AI worker's doing with the plowing of the field. Still got a good ways to go, but he's right on it. So according to the number, this should be our field. And indeed it is. So we're going to get the tractor in here. And we are going to turn on the fertilizer spreader. You will notice the map in the bottom right corner is getting bluer, and that is part of the precision farming mod. And now we shall get back to harvesting. That is one issue with the fast farm, is that it takes a little longer for the harvester to slow down. But I can tell you this, from my experience with the precision farming mod, having that in the game, you use even less fertilizer than you would normally, because the game only applies as much fertilizer as is actually needed. And on field 2, it's getting its second application. the Glenwood Sugar Mill. That will be one of our production sites and a sell point. But I believe this crop of oat is going to the exact same sell point that the wheat had gone to. Go. And we are full again. And it looks like they have only used about 14% of the fertilizer on this field. Let's just give these guys an observe for the moment. Not in much of a hurry to turn, so I would say that's probably a good thing. The spread width could be adjusted, but it's not worth it because the field widens back out. I would say they're not doing too bad. They're actually almost done with that field. This one will give us 17,000. The one next to it will give us another 15, so you're talking 32,000 there, which will get us back up. And we got another 37 coming in on the plowing contract, which I'll then send him off to do field 23 for another 11. So we're looking to make some pretty decent money today. And actually, it looks like he only has one more pass. Yeah, maybe 2. And to save on our fertilizer, we will go ahead and dismiss our worker and head on over to the next field. And we'll send the worker on his way. You will notice, if you're unfamiliar with the game, that sometimes the harvester will leave a line of crop. That's simply because the header couldn't flex to meet the field, so we'll have to come back and hit it from a different angle. Let's go ahead and collect on contract for field 2. And we will collect that 17,000. That's a harvest contract for wheat. 13,000. Probably not a big field. We can check 13 out. It's a fairly small field, according to the map, but it could be bigger than we think. But we'll go ahead and accept the contract. And we'll take this fertilizing one as well. So at the moment we have quite a few contracts. Most of them are fertilizing, so it's not a big deal. And we are going to pull our plow off this field. Typically, I would actually finish the contracts. Contract for field 9. We will collect on. And we will head to field 23. Which is, I'm going to have to do that on my own because it is a very oddly shaped field. So we'll continue the route we're headed. We'll take a right at the road. At the intersection, we'll go straight to the bottom of the map. And then make a left. And the AI worker's just working his magic as field 3 is almost 80% complete already. And I think I went the wrong way. That's alright, I can still get to my location. We'll just turn right at the next intersection. And we'll go ahead and shut the truck down. AI worker's got about one more pass left. And we still have half the fertilizer that I bought within the fertilizer spreader. So that's good to see. And we'll let him get to the end of this row. And we'll dismiss him. Once again, we'll come down here. We'll collect on the contract. So we have fertilizing left to do on 17, 20, and 21, as well as 12. And as long as we send it going alongside the road, I think we'll be all right. So we'll go left, left, right, and then straight. With the fertilizer we have left, we might get one more field fertilized. And if you look in the upper right hand corner, you can see just by finishing those 3 contracts, our money is almost already back up. It's actually more than what we had from what we made off the other harvesting contract. We're already at 84,000, which means we may very well be able to buy our own tractor. And who knows, maybe soon we'll be buying our own fertilizer spreader as well. Did I miss my turn? No, we are good. Field is coming up on the left. I'm going to shut the tractor down here because it is, according to game time, it's running at halftime, almost a half hour in. We're going to go ahead and I could get a medium duty class Arion 660. That's a forage harvester, which we don't need. That might not be a bad purchase if it's still available once we finish this field. But we will have to wait and see. Let's hop back over here. Okay, so that's about half full. Our trailers are almost full. And I think that leaves us at a pretty good place to end this. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed what you've seen, please smash that like button, subscribe, comment, share. It really helps out my small channel. Once again, thank you. Have a good morning, good day, or good evening, wherever you are, whenever you may be seeing this.